Hey, there I am. It's me again, Nick DiMartino, and I'm carrying a chair that I'll be remaking, in a Coors Banquet. Don't drink and use power tools, people. This is a bad idea. It may look like I was drinking while I'm working on this project, but it was only while I was like gluing things up or doing some light sanding. I'm going to show you this quick intro here where I completely mess everything up and things do not go as planned. But I think it's important to show that that's just the way it works out sometimes. You try something new and you try an experiment and it doesn't work. But you gotta push forward and keep on trying to make new things. While we're moving through this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hey, check out my Instagram. There's a link in the bio down there, so go ahead and check that out. Once I started carving this, I already knew I wasn't into it. I thought the layers of wood would look cool as you carved through them, and it didn't look good at all. It looked pretty bad, really. But that doesn't really matter, because soon after I started carving, this happened. So I went over to another garbage pile down the road and grabbed some more trash and decided to get back to work on it and give it another try. This time I'm going with 2x material instead of layering wood up, and I think it's going to give it a much nicer look. I cut it up, I ran it through my little mini jointer and glued it all up, and then I moved over to my table saw to start cutting out the shape. Between my table saw and my miter saw there, I was able to cut out a rough shape for the seat and the back. I actually have a bracket I'm going to be using for this that I found on the side of the road, and I'm going to attach the back and the front with that instead. I knew I wanted the backrest and the seat's curvatures to be, how do I go about saying this? I knew I wanted this backrest and the seat to be really, I knew I wanted the curves of the backrest and the seat to be really dramatic. Jesus Christ, I don't even know how the fuck to say this. Dramatic? No. I knew I wanted the seat and the backrest to have a deep curve to them, so I started by going around the perimeter of the seat and the backrest with my grinding wheel and carving a ditch, essentially. Then I just carved out the middle of my seat and my backrest to meet the depth of the ditch. Whatever, you get it. Using 2x materials for this seat and backrest made it a lot easier to carve really deep into the workpiece without coming through the other side. Alright, so I'm going to be taking the base off of that orange chair. And the front and the back are not level with one another. So I had to cut these blocks to fill in the gap between the seat base and the seat of the chair. You'll see what I mean in 1 minute. I did a little bit of shaping on the table saw and voila, they fit right into the spot. I glued them on and I screwed them on knowing I'd be removing the screws later. These are basically just clamps to hold them on while the glue dries. Once the glue was dry, I removed the screws and just started shaping these so that they kind of fit the curve of the chair. I had some gaps and nail holes I wanted to fill in with some epoxy, so here I am just taping off the bottom of my chair so the epoxy won't drip through. Now I'm taking some charcoal and turning it into dust so I can mix it with some 2-part epoxy and turn the epoxy black. I'm using my hand to spread it, which I would not recommend. I removed all the rust on the feet of the chair base and taped them off, then moved on to painting all the metal pieces black. Then I went back, removed the tape, and it was time to start sanding the epoxy off. I used a sanding pad on the angle grinder, which made for fast work. Then I went back and I spray painted everything black and then sanded that back, and now all the low spots were black, giving it kind of a tiger look. Then I grabbed some tung oil, I poured it all over the seat and the back. Attach this thing I found on the side of the road, attach the base, and oh my god, it's really coming together now, and there we go. We got a chair! All from garbage on the side of the road. I'm really proud of this thing. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye, see you again, and have a good dream.
I got my mind set on you. Where the fuck is the video?